you guys progressed?
It's been beautiful. I mean, it's been beautiful because other guys had to step up. You never want that, but if you're in this long enough, what you realize, I remember seasons like this in the last 22 years, where, you know, maybe people count you out, not to say that we've arrived, but like maybe people count you out and somebody else got to say, hey, look, coach, we're here. We're going to keep playing. So I think with our team, that's happened with a lot of different players. And I think the growth of those players, because of what we're dealing with, is actually going to help us, January, February, March, and even in December, because if you were a freshman, you're not a freshman anymore. These guys got a lot of minutes now.
Talk about the early game execution that you guys had.
It just, something we worked on. We like getting Makai, the ball in certain situations and trust him. And I think Devin did a great job with the handoff. His man stayed too long trying to stop the ball. They thought Makai was going to go take the basket and, turn the corner. So he had two people on him. And he had a shooter lifting up behind him. And Devin was at the rim. So you got to pick your poison. It's only one defender and it's two players. And so either take away the guy lifting up or take away the guy rolling. They stayed with the guy lifting up, and Makai just made a good decision to hit there for the layup.
I was going to ask you about that. Was out of a timeout. Did you draw that up, or did that just?
But that's the play we want. I didn't draw up exactly how it ended.
Right.
I drew up the play, but the players actually made the play in terms of how it ended. But that's what we wanted to run. He made the right read. That's one of the reads to get it to the roll guy, and he did a good job of making the right read.
Defensive possession, right there, they had a chance to tie the game. So you guys were really difficult for them to try to get it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we needed one stop. They tried to fake the handoff. Our guys did a good job of reading it. We wanted to take away 8 threes, and then we didn't want to foul. So we took away the threes. We forced them to shoot underneath the free throw line, and then we just did a good job of keeping our hands up. And they shot it. Dev came up with a big rebound, and that was the end of the game.
Anything else here? Have you kind of grown to appreciate these regional rivalries and everybody bringing their best game into Conti Forum?
I mean, yeah, we in New England, so anytime you're playing against somebody in this region, people watching, people paying attention. And so I knew it was a game that meant something in this area.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we were able to, find a way to win.
All right, we got a question from Dan Rubin.
Hey, Coach, floating head again. I just wanted to ask about Leggett. He scores 30-something points in the Cayman Islands and then comes out tonight and goes 3 for 15. What was it that you guys kind of identified out of him that you were able to stop? And what did he kind of offer to you on film that you decided to hone in on?
He's a good player. He averaged about 18 points a game. I know he had 32 in their last game out in the tournament they played in. So we knew it was a challenge, but the biggest thing we wanted to do is just try to guard him without fouling. Try to make him have a hard time getting easy shots, force him to shoot tough twos, and then, if he give it up and try to get a handoff, make it hard for him to get it back. Thought our guys did a really good job, of just making him take contested shots. And we knew if he made a contested shot, we'll pat him on the butt, but it's hard to make contested shots over and over again. And I thought our guys did a great job of making it hard for him.
And then just the shooting for both teams was kind of, wasn't it where I think coaches really want it to be, but for you guys, just defensively, how did URI kind of match up with you? Was it similar when you looked at it, or was this just one of those days when, open shots weren't following and contested shots were more contested than usual?
I mean, we don't mind playing a game like that. Certainly we would like to score, more points than that, but if you hold them under 50, hard for them to beat you. So, but I knew, knowing coach for years, they try to defend and rebound too. So we actually pulled each other into the mud. It was like a mud wrestling match, just real, gritty and nasty. And you had to embrace long possessions. You had to rebound. And so you had to work for good shots. You had to play games like that. So I'm excited that we were able to win, and just happy for our players and our fans. We've been working really hard to be in moments like this.
And just with defenses in general, how was it one of those cases where there was, when you say they rebound, play defense too, was it similar to the style, or was it just two teams that were able to use their individual styles? Like, because I always wonder how defenses kind of play their own unique styles too.
I mean, I think this both of us just really worked hard today, and so the game was, in the 50s. Both just worked really hard, and that's the way the game turned out. But hopefully we can continue to hold our opponents down like that. But I'm just happy. Again, our players did the effort, and everybody had a hand in it. Everybody was involved who went into the game.